Good morning, guys. A great morning to all of those who tuned into the realest thing coming out of Guyana. So, when you're in the media business and being at the top in this area, deception, they got some people can deceive you, you don't even know. But deception is used a lot of times by people. And sometimes it's glaring, like the auntie yesterday. And she thinks she got a problem, but she never explains she problem, but she want help, and I bear at this count. And then sometimes it's shrouded. It appeals to you and thinking you're not sure, you're a bit confused, but nonetheless you get the message. And you got a daunting feeling about the message we get because you're not sure about it. But remember, my skill set is to uncover these things, deception. That's what I do. Right? I look at the context of which things are being disseminated, and I say, well, here, Gomati, good morning to you. Bado, good morning. Nandini, good morning. Nalini, good morning. Meryl, good morning to you. Rosie, good morning to you. Tirbeni. Rudy, good morning. Kesha, good morning to you. Tabu, good morning. Anan. Saraya. Parmanan, good morning. Teresa, good morning to you. Anand. Prince. Shani, good morning. Vidya, good morning to you. Yeah. So there's a video. Smelly Smell put out a video there. I don't watch her things and I don't address things that she talk about unless she talk about me. But what she has done is try to shine a bad light on someone, but shrouded it like it's appealing to people's interest. Some buy get locked up for 6 days, then they lock up and so. I've been trying to get the information, but obviously I'll have to do a follow-up. I was planning to go down to because I come across this video 2 o'clock this morning. I wake up for going to use the washroom. I come across this video and I looked at it because it's speaking to the US Embassy. No, she got a tone thing like she's talking for people. You understand? The letter that was written to the US Embassy and the State Department and the people who were dealing with immigrants and all them things on refugee status was written based on the fact that Smelly Smell attacks people. Smelly Smell is paid and financed by very wealthy people in Guyana to attack different people. Right? Now, in America, if you highlighting thing, nothing is wrong. Smelly Smell don't highlight nothing. She's deliberately attack, have no information. If you notice Smelly Smell story, this will be Smelly Smell story alone. Because it's vicious, malicious attacks. Right? This one involved the Commissioner of Police son, the Commissioner of Police, and some by it's shrouded under the auspices of the, I don't know if auspices is the right term, but it's shrouded under the fact that some buy get locked up for 6 days, how poor people get treated and how rich people get treated. Well, the honest truth is nobody cares about the fucking thief. That's the honest truth. People care about people's rights being trampled upon, whether you're a thief or not. You understand? But we get so tired with the thieves them that nobody cares anymore. Right? So, we can talk about that. And we can talk about that. Is what I want to start talking about this morning. There's a video. Somebody created a video, and obviously Guyanese are now using AI tools. This had to be AI generated. Somebody put it together. The voiceover is AI. And get a message here. Let me see. Now, in this business, Wow. Beautiful. So just get a video here from Japarts. I got played for you. Let me play it for you. Terry is doing so much, and Terry is just a trailblazer. So let me get here from the start. This is, and we divert in a little bit from the thing. So Terry from Japarts, and Japarts itself, because the old lady plays a role in still making sure the company is running. So this is some of the lands, the cane lands that this government is reviving after it was left to be abandoned by the last administration because they didn't care about sugar workers. Remember, sugar workers is PPP voters. You understand? Unfortunately, even the PPP, have held out for the sugar workers, and the sugar workers themselves, human beings by nature, somehow become ungrateful. And what has to happen, what I see has to happen, normally what I would have done, and this you got to learn. I learned this from my Stoic readings, being a student of Stoicism. If you're giving somebody something, you don't get them, and in your head you're thinking, oh, they will give you back. No, no, no. People think you give them out of the goodness of the heart and they don't owe you. When you give somebody something, you let them know that this is an ounce of and durable when. And that's the problem. This problem comes out even in relationships, where a woman is getting and getting and getting, and she don't know why she got all of that. You understand? You just give shit. Oh, because he likes you, because he could afford it. No, 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 no. I give you with the expectancy you will take care of my children, you will do this, you will bring peace to my life. Direct. You understand? And it sounds a little funny. It sounds like it is transactional, but it's not transactional. It's only transactional when the man sees it, when the woman says it. When the woman sees it, it's not transactional. But when the man says it, it's transactional. No, 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 no. You understand what I'm saying? It is human. We're talking about human psychology here. If you give somebody something, like before I used to do, I go helping everybody. Then who in turn helps me? And then when this person does not reciprocate that help, return the help, you say, man, what man, I didn't lend you? No, no, no. When you lend me, you never tell me. So people forget what you have to do. If you look at people, they tell you and remind you, owe me, you got one for me. And I do the same thing. When somebody do me a favor, I tell them I have one for you. So ensure they know they can call upon me. I got one for them. But if you give somebody, you give them no timeline, it doesn't register in their head that they owe you. And all the fighting work the government to do for the sugar workers, right? They realize that their mere existence and survival is as a result of this government who come in, get them all the money where they gotta try to get them back jobs, try to create, look at this place here that is being created to create jobs for sugar workers because it's hard to take them out now. I see some videos with some sugar workers. What other they could do than cut cane? They can't work at a call center. They're not of the age that they could be easily retrained. But nobody pays attention to the effort and the kind of money that is being spent on revitalizing what certain parts of the world is considered to be a failed industry. The government continued to put subsidies into the sugar industry. Why do you think it's money? It's not a money making. There's a fucking black hole. That is and has been a black hole for the longest while. Why do you believe? It's for the love of people. You see those trenches there? It is the estates that clean and drain and irrigate the farming lands and drain the lands. All your communities. Houston was estate, all the backlands. It is Gaisuko that played an integral role. Now it has been taken under by NDIA. But the maintenance of those, all them drains you see, is drainage and irrigation. Watch your video, just a 30-second clip. But this is what one company is doing. This is leveling up this land. This is your parts. I don't know if you all know Terry, but today I got Terry's a guy, nice guy to have an interview with, right? But look at the beautiful, well-leveled lands, right? All being prepared for sugarcane production. Now why the government, the thing they come, take the sugar workers out of the misery. 5-year misery. Ain't got no possibility of knowing what the future gonna look like. Taking into consideration, there's all they do, taking into consideration there's the age, they can't go and find another job. At least a job where they paying like the estate. And what you get for it? You get dishonesty, you get disrespect, you get... But this is all we doing. Sugar workers are we Guyanese brothers and sisters. Mostly we Guyanese brothers. And what the government has not done is let the people them know that this help we helping you, partner, is taxpayers' money. The government don't have nothing. The government don't have no oil. Even if they say, well, we take some oil money. The oil reserves is all of our reserves. And I can tell you, the government for the most part has not given me anything in no large part. They have not watched and said, well, the Portuguese people, we gonna give you this. What they have done is give subsidies to the tune of billions of dollars to the sugar estate. That in tune goes right away to sugar workers. All right. Bear in mind, the pie belongs to all of we. The pie belongs to all of we, but those some are Portuguese. Let me get y'all something. So how you expect I to feel when I see they give their own people, when I see them revitalize estates for support and put bread in the mouth of PNC people, we're bringing them down. Nobody pays attention to that. Nobody pays attention to how the government leans backward to facilitate these people. They ain't got no other purpose for that. The sweetening industry takes different directions. They got false sugar, they got all kind of different thing now using as sweeteners. Cane sugar is not the leading sweetener. So it's not the best seller in the world. They got beet sugar, they got all kind of sugar. So when you see the government doing this, you know they're making a special effort. What they have not done is made enough of an effort to explain to the fucking ungrateful sugar workers that body, we throwing out the belly rail for y'all. The main fact that y'all still there and existing and surviving, y'all is dead out under the PNC, is because we make a special effort for keep this industry alive. Although it's a black hole. The last subsidy they had is about $2 billion. And I don't know if the government is seeing the model. One man going around giving house, giving this, giving that, and he make sure he take out a picture and write a long, long story. So he has a record of what he has done. The government has to start recording and telling people. I asked Jagyo yesterday about Anthony Vera because 3 years he get money for come. Now Anthony Vera under the PNC used to write articles. Used to write articles about the PPP when he was with the PNC and he got nothing for it. How you could be feeding a man, minding a man. The man mere existence is as a result of you and he writing an article a week. You gotta write an article a week, buddy. A 106 articles we would get from Anthony Vera, Tony Vera in 3 years, and that would have been enough for us to have a very good in-depth understanding of the role he played with the PNC when he had money. And he and the PNC, he ripping the country, the PNC, shafting the people. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, brother. How are you?
Yeah, talk to me quickly, brother.
Yeah, I just touching base. I come in there next Saturday.
Well, when you're there, you call me. When you're there, you call me.
You got it.
Safe. Right? What is happening is continually the government is doing out of the goodness as our president. God, we do this, we do that. For what? When you came into government, you tell the people, vote for me, I will do this for you. You have to remind people, I've done this for you and this is what I expect from you. It is a cycle. You have to remind them. And this goes for relationship. I learn this every day. If you got people sitting around and you doing things for them, and you tell them what you expect of them, you have a problem. You have to let people know. Somebody say, man, oh God, it looks so bad. A great Muslim, he makes sure every time he do something for somebody, he take out a picture. And that don't happen so. He learned it, he figure it out, and write a long story and put up your name. If you Google your name, they're going to find you back. He give a house, he give this, he give a little ration, he make sure he put it up there. He has found the model works well. While he give one a day, President Ali, I give thousands every day, everything. I like this is thousands of jobs being created. Terry guys send this to me. The world's supposed to know about this. Right? So, now why I'm talking about this? I think I call name. Let me go. A lady sent a message here to me. I just got to switch now. So a lady sent a message here to me. Here it is. Good night, Critic. How you doing? Can you please highlight this problem for me tomorrow morning? Please, this is over 1 year now. The building this road and can finish in they are not working properly to finish it because very frustrating for us. Now, everybody that have vehicle have to leave it and protect it on the road. Today, the feed man bring feed for me. Upon delivery, the boy that is operating the Bobcat reverse and damage the man vehicle. When the man talk, them about his vehicle, they have to repair it. That they have to repair it. They refused to repair it. The road was clear from red spot side of the road, so the feed man reverse and come in. How much more we have to put up with President Ali have to do something. So every fucking thing is President Ali. So President Ali is the man who initiate, or a minister initiate Figure Road. And this is the problem with people not understanding. It's not bashing this individual. It's people not understanding the effort and the time and energy. What President Ali got to do with a fucking accident? That is the problem. We have less than 1 million people in this country. And 2 million dissatisfied people in this country. We have less than 1 million people and 2 million dissatisfactions. Now, this is an accident. That's like what the lady was called yesterday with the son. Right? This is an accident happened to the feed man. The feed man reverse, he backdoor damage up. Will you got for do the feed man? The fucking feed man has to go to the station and make a report. This is an accident. What President Ali, the feed man, reversing into a bobcat? Will you know about driving? Will you know about accident? No, message me. No, it needed to be highlighted. She's expressing her frustration. But her frustration comes from a man driving a vehicle. Coming to her. She now takes on responsibility. Because the man don't got none for do it fucking me. It has nothing to do with me. When you come out delivering your feed to me, you take and should anticipate all the problems you would get. Where it becomes a problem, because if you speed man have a 4x4, he obviously know it's a bad road he coming through. I didn't expect the feed man to come through this road, and you're going to see the road here now. I didn't expect the feed man to come through this road with a bicycle or all these videos, right? This is the entry. I didn't expect if you come to this area and saw with a car. But the discontentment and the dissatisfaction with people, the ungratefulness is so much. Can we be contented for anything? No. Out of the road, thousands of roads are being built and hundreds of roads are being completed. And the complaints is of the thousands of roads, how they're being built, when they're being built, the sun and every fucking thing else. That is evident that this has to come. That will happen. That only could happen one way. Not to say contractors, like they said, this contractor built this road for a year. That's a long time. Not to say there aren't shortcomings. We got terrible problems in the system. The supply of material, cost of material, that kind of thing. Now, when wanting to be a success, let me tell you, I got a banner messaging me every day about a problem with Alfonso and some gold land and so. This banner there into gold mining. Me call the name, but I want to share the message. I want you to understand, because some people spinning the wheels and they want to know, why am I not getting up? Why am I not successful? And I'm going to teach you something, I'll teach you all something. So this banner continually on a daily basis messages me. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Partner, you're talking to me or you're supposed to listen to yourself? Hello? This black right away. So this banner's message me every day. This thing with Alfonso, the gold mining, blah, blah, blah. So I see yesterday at Freedom House when I go in for CJAG, the thing. I see you get through. I put into ice a man, dead man, the man struggling, the man getting problem, I see the man problem. Right? But when he come telling me, I say, man, right now I need you help. I got a drudge. You don't into mine. I got a drudge. At Bellevue, because I plan for drudge or the drench. Me going and use excavating. They're going to use a different methodology, right? We're going to drudge out the trench, the swamp. Excavator and go for the hard dirt. I got a drudge and you got the expertise. You is a bushman. Come help me. Call me in the morning. The first message he sent to me this morning is with he fucking problem. So let me tell you something about success. You know why I'm successful? Just for y'all know. Since from a very young age, nobody taught me this. I appeal to people's personal. So when I meet somebody, I say, hey, you know something? When I go around here, I say, we can build this road, and I get in the vision what the road can look like. What they can look forward to. Me come and say, you're not building this road here, so I get a contract. No, nobody cares about what you have. Now this morning, first thing again. And people say, man, it looks so transactional, but that's how you just be successful and people don't know why they ain't successful. People want to know why they continue struggling because remember you're going to build your fucking problem. And you're assuming that only you got this problem. It's a self-centered way. And you're assuming only you got problem. Even if there's somebody. A lot of times people are acting on things that they don't know why they're acting on things. And that is what you have to learn as a good negotiator. People might find you repulsive, and a man in a relationship might, you understand? By the time you see a guy, you think, because you know the shit coming. She gonna come with this shit. You think if I get a blowjob before you ask me for a car, you ain't getting a car? Oh God, I gotta get my car broke down. I like nah. Nah. Just telling you women. Because in any case, you're blowing. Sometimes you're blowing people for nothing. If you think your man is a bam blow him mind, and then he think the car, oh my God, what's a car? Give her a car. This is just the life for me. Yeah, something to learn. When you go, Minister, I want a house. Minister, here I tell you, if I get a house lot, I would be eternally grateful for y'all. I would sing praise for y'all. Nobody. I would make sure the world knows the PPP give me a man calculating. That could work out good for me. Forgot somebody promoting and talking about me. Now what happens? Here you thinking in your mind, no, me supposed to go for do that because I vote for them. But like you understand, why the fuck you believe you don't get what you want? Appeal to people's interests, their personal interests. We're all selfish and care about ourselves. I'm imparting knowledge with y'all. You understand? I'm imparting knowledge with you. Take it. If you want, you could left it. But I tell you how you could get it. You understand? Oh, no. You got a car? No, me I can't. Well, you gotta buy a car because I'm gonna build this road here. You got a nice road here for car for drive pon. The man's thinking is in mind. Yeah, bye. When Critic done build this road, you understand? That's a good idea. When Critic done build this road, I can buy a car. So he has something personally to look for. He might never be able to afford to buy a fucking car. He might never see a car in life. But you gave him something, even if it's a thought. When you come, you must come bearing gifts, even if it's a thought. How do you appeal to people? And I gotta do segments from this to tell you how to appeal to people, how to attract people. People don't know. The people who are repulsed by me are specifically placed there. I tell me partner something and he's remind me every time when I say, me willing for deal with nobody. When the big riff come with me, Mohammeds and the big back and half broke up, my partner told me, he said, I have seen you in action many times. And you know, if you want to settle something and change somebody's mindset about you, you could do it. I said, no, me want to do it. I want a problem. Here, I choose the part. They didn't choose the part for me. Because I could go and sit down and say, man, you work out this thing and play nice and this and we are right. No, I choose me part. I want the world to see me, there ain't no bad with nobody. We wrap up and play. We had a good time. I ain't there in that thing. Me want nothing stain me. You understand? So you got to know how to appeal to people's purse. Every human being. All people tell you, your fucking pastor tell you love your neighbor, love your friend. All y'all selfish. Oh, I want to put on a fence here, and you there put 2 feet of me land, and there. No. This fence is an old fence. It's like this fence must be like an eyesore to you, no? You're talking to your neighbor, you want to build your fence. This fence must be like an eyesore to you. You know something? As soon as I save up my little money, I'm going to build a new fence. I'm sorry that this thing is there, your eye hot in your eye so long. But I couldn't afford it all the time. But I can make a special effort for it doesn't continue to be an eyesore to you. So man watching the fence and think, yeah, boy, we getting a new fence that he building. Oh, I want to build a new fence, and here he thinking, oh, you're going to get money, you know? You want to build fence, and you want to come back for the 1 feet of land where you take us up? You understand? No. I'm building me fence for you. No, I just don't like that it's there and how it looking. You understand? I am building my fence for you. I mean, why you got for, please, no. If you understand human beings and how they think, you could get here. They ain't got nobody that don't like me. I got a negative perception of me that is not me got them with it. When you say sit down and talk to the man understand me and me intention, he hold the meaning change. I don't have nobody personal that I have a personal relationship, that we relationship is start off on a bad patch. And the man calculate you, this is the worst you could expect from Critic, but when you see Critic and you meet Critic, you know that banner is genuine in the heart. Never. I cuss a man, make around with you for 5 years and just got you so put a distance. And then call you a day and say, and we are best of friends. And when he seething and he remembered, and I say, here, don't go there. Don't go there. Because that is the man I like, don't forgive and I don't forget. But that is because of the fact that I compartmentalize things and I decide this is what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do. I don't want everybody to be me friend. No, this is the high point of our discourse. Let me go to this video. So this video puts it in nice terms. The low-life, hungry-belly bus culture that is called public transportation in Guyana. And I want you to do your research and tell me if there's anything else in this country that you could attribute to the destruction of the moral standards of the youth today. I could remember there was nothing that played a role in my younger life that guided me to negativity. And I wasn't an easy child. I grew up in Alberton, a poor home. We've been in this struggle. I've been wearing rubber dinky and walking on the road, summertime, weeding grass with my crew, getting money for buy Chinese fried rice and buy me thing I want. Me no hardship. But nothing that I experienced guided me to be a vulgar person or a thief. And I want you to ask yourself, what else? It is not in the schools. The attitudes in the schools were not developed in the schools. Although the teachers could be found to be lacking, they're lacking with the input, not to over input or a negative input. You might have one that have a negative attitude. You tell me, with a low-life, hungry-belly culture that is spreading like a virus at this time, where does it come from? No matter who you are, except you're real orangutan, low-life, hungry-belly. Even when you go into ghetto areas, you have mothers and sons still, they got white cross-section people that no one allowed their children to do certain things. You tell me, if it is not from the low-life, hungry-belly bus culture, what else is there that could impact such a great amount of Guyanese citizens or Guyanese youth to cause what we have today, the perpetuation of this low-life, hungry-belly culture, if it's not minimal. You know what I'm saying? So you got, if you notice, Linden people is act different. Linden people like the PNC walk over upon them and they left a certain way. Barbicians, Indians is act a certain way. Barbician black does act a certain way. Essequiban black does act a certain way. Essequiban Indian is act a certain way. West Coast, people from West Side is a whole different culture. Everybody, every youth from the 90s who were traveling in minibus got low life ways in them. That's a matter of fact, whether you come from Barbies, wherever you come from. If it is not for the bus culture, let the scholars come and tell me, because I have studied it all my life. 20-something years now. When I did go into school and peeping under, them girls dressed with mirror, them bus conductor and driver digging them out. I didn't know that I learned layers after they digging the living daylights out of them. You understand? Yeah. Soul Train and all them bus from South and all, I did not know. I see the girls run for going the bus. People riding in bus, circling the buses. Because I used to walk, I never go to school with bus. We used to walk from Brickdam Secondary, go to Light Street, to walk straight up Light Street. I used to live 6 to Light Street, Alberton. When I used to go to Brickdam Secondary, I did 2 years there. I dropped out at, from 2C. And then St. Margaret's Primary, we used to live at Alberton again at that time. We used to walk down Kwamina. It's Kwamina? By way of Channel 20 there? The corner before GRA. Ornock or Kwamina? Kwamina? Kwamina. I used to walk down Kwamina, straight into 5th Street, straight home. When I went to Starters Nursery, my mother used to pick me up. So I miss it. Because I had to be a low-life and hungry belly too. They jump up in the bus and thing. You tell me, what else could touch so much Guyanese? Yeah, so going, this thing I'll be getting rid of. And this video explains it all.
Guyana's thoroughfares. There exists, in the untamed expanse of Guyana's thoroughfares, there exists a notorious entity traversing these roads, known ominously as the Pitbull bus. These buses are renowned for having the finest wraps in the Caribbean region and possibly the world. These vehicles exhibit a capacity far exceeding their designated limits. Regulations dictate a maximum occupancy of 16. Reports attest to these buses accommodating 30 to 32 individuals, pushing the boundaries of both legality and safety to their utmost extremities. Their motto, "Small up yourself," epitomizes their attitude. These conductors frequently indulge in imbibing beverages such as Banks or Guinness. Furthermore, they insist on collecting fares in advance.
Everybody pay me money now, because nobody could go without me money.
Even before passengers have reached their intended destinations. Moreover, they persist in soliciting one more passenger despite the bus being already filled to capacity or having none at all, resorting to pulling and tugging at passengers to accommodate their demands within their bohemian environment. The drivers and conductors steering these unwieldy behemoths have earned a dubious reputation for their brazen defiance of authority, engaging in confrontations with law enforcement daily. For such actions, they face no fewer than 13 charges. These individuals are inclined to agitate and jostle the buses in order to expel the air pockets from their fuel tanks, ostensibly to create additional capacity. This practice stems from their suspicion that fuel attendants might defraud them. Tales abound of clandestine compartments concealed within these buses, harbouring a weapon of choice, the infamous cutlass. Positioned within close proximity to the driver's seat, these Grade A armaments stand poised for deployment at a moment's notice, capable of inflicting swift and decisive blows. The pit bull bus looms large over the highways and byways of Guyana, a spectre of lawlessness and disorder that brazenly defies the norms of civil society.
Where's the lie? Where's the lie? Y'all remember this instance here with this man, with this cutlass? Y'all remember this instance? Y'all know where this video come from? You know where this video, you ever see the video? It's like video Ricardo driving down the road and see a movements and calculate, yo, something to kick off it, pop off it. You understand? So, a culmination of videos. Where is the lie? I've said it umpteen times. Minibus is low-life, hungry belly culture. It got to be gotten rid of. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Critic, good morning.
Yeah, brother.
Critic.
Yeah!
Yeah, man, you hear what happened? But you got to understand, right, critics, that majority of them buses has been owned by police while them brothers getting on them things.
That is not factual. That's not factual.
You understand? Them, when the man just get all up, they just call the police and the man gone.
No, but here now,
You understand?
not majority of buses. There are 14 to 1,500 minibuses on the road. Not majority of buses. Majority of the buses were doing the illegality.
Okay, yes. Well,
You understand?
put it like this. Thank you
Because-
so much, Critic. Thank you for put this thing right.
Roger.
Get it right there now.
Roger. Safe. Now, two of the most upstanding men that I know, I watching them my whole life, is two brothers who walk bus for the bus. White bus. Two Christian brothers. And I always remember out of everybody, I calculate these are so upstanding my whole life. I see them, they have the fair price up there. They don't overpack the bus. They don't stop at the wrong spot. So it's not everybody. And the majority of the buses are owned by police. There are about 1,400 buses. There are about 3 to 4,000 people who ply the trade. A lot of people own buses and have people work in the buses. So there are about 5,000 people who directly benefit from the business of having a minibus. But it is a low-life, hungry belly culture. That is what it's turned into. Because as the man said, police own. So if you own a minibus and you could call and get you bus out, you partners start acting a certain way. I use that same methodology. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Critic.
Turn down the thing in the background there, partner.
Okay, sir. Okay, yeah. Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. How are you this morning?
Talk to me. I good. I always good. Talk to me.
Yes, sir. I really appreciate your show. You're an individual, very boldly, speak loudly, clearly, openly, understandably, sir. And you got a saying goes like, he who speak and hide his identity, shun them for their fools. But with you, sir, you speak loudly, clearly, openly, factually, practically, realistically. And I love your show for the boldness of your show. The clips with the minibus, I am an individual who send me the clips. And I'm looking at your show right now. I guess I'm live, right?
Yes, brother.
Yes, and sir, another thing I like to say, sir, is that I will send you something concerning this mechanic shop with the workshop, sir. But what happened? You tell me to call back, but you were in a situation with mom and things, so I decided to leave it like settle. I get the opportunity now, sir, that I don't know if it is any way that you could help with the situation.
Well, you're on my live. You already start talking. Highlight it. Place, location, call name.
56 lot 56 Store Street, Industries, Zalata, the workshop. I'm living 56 and in the East 57.
So Zalata workshop bothering you?
Yes, sir, the nice and spray painted. There is no spray boot. And the nice, he just keep hitting metal whole day.
Zalata there on this thing too long, but it's Zalata there. I know Zalata since I was a youth man. Zalata there on this thing too long, forgot her. a workshop inside, everybody moving out and going to industrial area because Zalata is
Yes,
does.
sir. 56 Thor Street, flat 57 is resident, and I live in at 56 Thor Street, so.
Let me see if we could talk to Zalata and where we could work out.
I went to all the relevant authorities. They said they go look into the matter. Nobody seems to do nothing.
No, but again, I'm saying I know Zalata for years, and Zalata was doing well 15 years ago. You understand?
Yes,
now
sir.
you still got the fucking little thing making noise and thing and bothering people. You understand? I got a friend, I know named Zako used to do a little welding work somewhere, I can't remember. Now we got a big place down in the back of Agriculture Road and bothering people. You understand?
Yeah.
So you gotta move up at some point in time. You can't be a whole life you being a fucking minister. Last time you're hustling and now start up and all them things.
Yeah, this thing going on for years, sir. You went to EP all the relevant authority. Nobody seems to do nothing.
Don't worry, me go talk to Zalata. I know you personally. Me go talk to Zalata and see what could work out. I got a friend in Tongue got fancy spray boot. I got people starting business now that started the business with spray boot. Like, you understand?
Yeah, up to yesterday, talk to this man, the man said, the way you feel like for doing, you got money, you know, people.
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem with our society. When you get money, it's staying grounded.
Yeah.
Right? And I constantly got to remind myself I got talked to, you know, because not only money as a journalist, as somebody who has a significant amount of influence. You understand? I got to keep grounded and say, yo, you can't use you got to choose how to use it. Because what happened? Y'all expect me to use me power against people. You understand? Remember, here was the funny thing. When people calling me, the intention is for me to use my power against people. And imagine I now have to refrain from using my power against people for my benefit. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Not to look
Me follow you.
as a bad person. I gotta say, no, I can't do that. I just walk in a station, a man tell me about some code here. I walk in a station and me and the police.
Listen to it, yes.
Yes, and me and the police. And I telling you, if something with me, right, they stop me, I speak, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, I go, sir, I was the Guyanese critic, you can't tell me nothing. I shut me mouth and stay quiet. And if you call me and say, man, somebody do wrong, I come down, yes, I like the wrath of God on them.
I listened to you yesterday.
Right, so we talk. I can follow up with Zalata, long and see Zalata, I can pass through the and talk to you. And see what could work out.
I'm glad when you call me too, like you get to reach us, or I really appreciate it if you get to reach you and shake your hand. You're a good individual.
Well, I can try see, don't worry. I got your number and I can call you.
Yeah. Well,
right?
thank you very much.
Safe, most welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, people don't understand the conundrum that I found myself in, you know. Remember you call me for help you. You didn't care why broke up, who name I call, why destroy. And when it comes to me, I gotta sit down and shut me mouth. Because you use me to do for you, it's okay. But I can't do for myself fairly. If I use it for me, it's a misuse of power. If I use it for you, it's okay. You understand? Why find myself in? But that is what makes me who I am. That is what keeps me humble. That is what affords me the opportunity to walk the straight and narrow path. Because me jumping out, like uncle will attack the little boy, open my calculator, yo, stay calm and stay cool. You can't afford to forget no problem because you can't use what you got for yourself. You understand? People don't understand though. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Critic show?
Yeah, turn on the thing in the background, man.
Sorry.
Talk to me, brother.
Yeah, bro. I like your normally like watch your show every morning, and I like to give your take on different things going on in society. But I'd like to give you your take on the situation with banks, the IH, and people who went around the surrounding areas. You know, the court Arbor part the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to hear your take on that, because I think you give a nice
Well, I can give a better take than like what Kathleen Jenner give for O.J. Simpson. You know what Kathleen Jenner said when she find out O.J. Simpson dead?
Yeah.
Good riddance.
Yeah.
Fucking menaces to society, boy. Here, I continually walk down the road.
An extensive take, you know.
I continue to walk down the road and I watch and I calculate. Here, man.
Yeah,
You
bro.
get a little action. This is what you make your life far for. Right? And you guys see how the vendors continue to make discomfort for people. Oh God, there's a people's pave. You understand? You have not one vendor. The thing is, oh, it's so sad that what the city councils turn charging into, you have not one that acts in a manner responsible that suggests they're caring not for the citizen. Bear in mind, you ain't caring for no citizen, fuck the citizen. These people are your customers. Look at how businesses create an atmosphere for their customers. The first set of people who say, fuck you, you gotta buy from me, is vendors. They just present themselves anyhow, do anything, they're anywhere. Here, don't get confused. The vendors are there because they want to capture the people who are passing there. Nobody pays attention to that. The vendors position themselves because they want to capture. So the people is not citizens alone. It's not like I as a citizen, you as a vendor. I am a hopeful customer. Tell me, what have you done and in what manner have you acted to attract me? You understand? People thinking in your face, you know, walking, there's fucking fight. The spitting, the pissing, the shitting. Then when I walk it through, I get a fucking rab. You can't even protect me. What you doing? Clear the place! Clear the place! What you doing there? You even saying, yo, you can't rob a man here. You's a madman. Can you imagine walking through Stabrook? The vendor waiting to take you money. And they can't protect you in the area. Get them out of the place. Good riddance. It makes sense. You understand what's going on? Thief man is supposed to dab out there. Yo, you got a lonely spot where we in there, boy. We got to take care of these people. These people is buy from we. The vendors facilitating them vending. If they ain't, you don't buy nothing from them, they got man thiefing from you, and there's this business. Get them out of the place. Clear up the place. You can't even, what benefits is for the vendor, for the people? You can't even say, oh, I'm the vendor, but this protect we. When we going through these things, if anybody try anything, they mad thing. Because they know the thief man, them, how you content protecting the people. Me and noise pass say one time a day. You the hell living here. You're shitting, pissing, and everything else right here. Get them out of the place. Good riddance. That's me take. Now let's get into this. This is a serious, most serious matter for the day. Right? And you're gonna listen to it, and then we're gonna go through the deceptions. Well, I ain't gonna listen to the whole thing because there's only one time I got to deal with this. I can't be watching this girl for an extended period of time with a fucking fucked up hairline. You understand? She head look like the seawall. When you go at their head, day and everywhere else, you know, whip part or the riffraff gone broke. She head look like a riffraff. You know, riffraff they throw some brick on the car now, you understand? That hairline there look like a riffraff. Right? So let me listen to this. And you listen to the deception here.
Hi, good morning. So this is a quick video this morning. I want to touch on a few things. So the first thing I'm going to touch on. There's a young man right now sitting in his
How you end up?
lockup. He works at an ice house.
Y'all hearing this? Y'all hearing?
His employer said fuel and a battery went missing. They went to make a report to the station, the police picked him up, and he is sitting in East Rumble Police Lockup. 6 days now. No.
6 days a man in the lockup. The required time. Yeah, I got to put you all this. How this thing so low, man? It's crazy. You want to hear audio is an important thing to impact and a story. I can't. Let's who send this thing to me. Go to she page and listen to she video, but I can't listen to this. It make no sense to me. Smelly Smell. Oh shit, I can't type in Smelly Smell. I guess she done as a Smelly Smell, but she ain't got herself done as Smelly Smell. All the different. She advertising. Could the real cook please come forward? Go read the comments. All you need is Marlon Sleeper. Just attacking fucking people and what is this thing now, man? Oh, this was a day ago, so this is help needed for the single mother. This is the the young man, the police in custody for 6 days, is 17 years, not even an adult embassy, right? 17 years, yeah. When you get fucking involved in the first robbery, while the others entertaining elites. There's a game them banner playing. What she working for? She getting paid by them, so she gotta do what they tell she for do. She's financed by them. So you can see the kind of things that come out on her page. So let me start. This is it? No, man. She said she had a shit. Oh, Jesus Christ. This hairline again. Now, why y'all here? What she gotta say clearly? How the rich? Okay.
Things. So the first thing I'm gonna touch on. There's a young man right now sitting in East Rumbek, the penitence lockup. He works at an ice house. His employer said fuel and a battery went missing. They went to make a report to the station. The police picked him up, and he is sitting in East Rumbek police lockup. 6 days now. No charge, nothing. He's just there, sitting in the lockup.
Now, bear in mind, 72 hours is the time for somebody to keep in the lockup. And I can tell you, if anybody is held more than 72 hours, it's been deliberate. It's not a Guyana police force procedure. That's checking, and they gotta lose you or charge you. Or they move to the courts in the events of serious cases, they move to the courts for an extension of time to hold you. There's a serious thing with the Guyana police force. This morning, about 2 o'clock after I get this video, I calculate I want to go down to the police station and ask them, to show me the record of this banner when he was arrested and why they keep him for 6 days. But high likely is untrue because of the fact, if you listen to Smelly Smell's story, you will now realize the story is not about the man, the process that is used by people, racist people like Smelly Smell. The process that they use is bring a young black. Bring the story about a young black. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hi, good morning.
Morning, Critic there?
Yes, speaking.
The line Critic, you're not lying.
You got to turn down the thing in the background and talk to me, brother.
No, I don't turn down the TV, but I watching your live.
Talk to me directly. Don't worry the fucking life. Is a TikTok child? Talk to me.
Critic, I don't turn with that.
Are you looking at the live and Critic's there? There's your grandmother. And your grandfather. The ruckus we're hearing is your grandmother and your grandfather. Your grandfather, they don't your grandmother belly. That's what you're hearing. Rokotuks. They're trying a thing. Your grandfather get it up after a month. Yes, it's not Critic. It's your grandfather. Back to Riffraff Head.
Lockups. His family wasn't informed that he was in the lockup.
No, his family wasn't informed. He got missing for 6 days. You can imagine the relationship where he got. I get a message from Paul this morning while I was sleeping. I got a message from Paul last night about 11 o'clock, just saying, Dad, like to find out if I'm up or whatever, right? And I wake up this morning and see it, but 2 o'clock this morning, and got into panic, messaging right away, calling me right away. What happened, son? And he there in a room away from me, right? But I say, maybe go out and something happened. He said, no, I was calling if I asked you for some information, right? And this one got 6 fucking days. And he family in no way there. 6 days. The police lock you up, your family no way there. Your family ain't going to say, man, his son come to work. The last place he was at work, we there. But this is the deception. You understand? This is the kind of shit you could end up with when a fucking lady got a face like a seawall. You're going to walk on the seawall and a wave come and lash you down. And you enjoy yourself. You understand? When you see them come with them riffraff farrider, that the shoreline in precise is confusion.
He wasn't allowed a phone call. Nothing. So this is the young man.
This is the young man. And you know, when you find out the story, it ain't nice. You understand? When you find out the story, it ain't nice. Now 6 days you get locked up. Imagine the relationship he and his family. The first day after work, they didn't notice that he didn't come home. She got a story on the 7th day. Nobody call, police ain't call, and he didn't get a chance to make a call. But I want you to catch that this is the black youth thing. It's a PNC ideology. It has been infused, and Jagdio said yesterday, for too long, them allowed the racism to fester. When Kai Jr. was asking what he achieved and what's the shortcomings of the 30 years of him being in politics. And I want you to listen to Jagdio. There's the next thing I think we should go to and listen. When Jagdio was asked the question, Jagdio never said I. Jagdio never said I, he said we. He continued to explain, and I want to show you that. I want you to look at what Smelly Smell is doing and how they use negativity. You gotta show black youth, you pull the heartstrings of the black mothers. The elites don't care, they know the game. But the black people don't know, you pull the heartstring. But this story is not this boy will get locked up for 6 days. Who gives a fuck about the thief? Nobody cares. But 6 days, you're supposed to get locked up. The story is not they're going to hear the story now going to come up. Which that's not the first thing she put in front. She put, bound to get locked up for 6 days. You're only 17 years of age. Duh up in your feelings. There's a more sinister story here, and that is not the front page. She's making allegation that the commissioner's son was with a licensed firearm, firing off shots. I give a fuck about thief man 6 days. Why want to know about that story? She making allegations about the commissioner selling gun. You think that is not the most important thing? No, we play a game. And poor people, black youth, and how they treat rich people and poor people. But listen now the story.
See? Right?
Allison, you know this boy? You know the boy, Allison? You know the boy personally, or you're just talking? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Critic.
Yeah.
I sent a message to you last night.
In connection with what?
Did you read it?
In connection with what?
In connection of an accident in front of my like get with the road work.
I highlighted it this morning.
Huh?
I highlighted it this morning. Not necessarily in the fashion that you expected, but I did highlight it.
Thank you so much.
Roger, man. Yeah. So Alison know the boy. Alison know the boy. Your own family fed up with fucking he, but Smelly Smell know the story. Let me go.
And I'm going to tell you.
But what I'm outlining here is deception. It's deception. I'm telling you about rich people and poor people. And this little thief man, they are a boy who's accused of stealing. They only locked up for 6 days, but you're going to hear the real story now.
The difference between...
And you know who finances Smelly Smell? The PNC don't have money to finance Smelly Smell. Go to Smelly Smell page, who should give praise to. The big man himself say, yes, it's a Gishi thing. So they finance her. So you gotta ask yourself, when she come up with these ideas and they say, nobody hasn't got it. A whole crowded bar got a story. Nobody called me as a critic. You know, the other man is shooting up, the other shooting it. Smelly Smell know him though. We should get your information from. Where do you think Smelly Smellers get all them letter what the Mohammeds have sent to me? How she's get it first before me get it and Malaya get it? Who you think is politician? Who you think finances her? You look at the crews them was there together. And the people them coming out and outspoken. The scum of the earth now was financed to come to rise to the top.
Being poor in Guyana.
Listen to your tone about being poor in Guyana. Well, it's agony with the fucking riffraff hairline you got it. You understand? Because she fared like the coastline of Guyana. And thank you for representing Guyana anywhere in the world you go. And people watch you, they say, you from the coastal plain, Georgetown. I've been from overview. If you Google map, the coastal plain is, you understand, riffraff from here to Venezuela.
Being rich with political affiliation. So, no charges. They don't have any charges for this young man. But still they're telling the family members when they eventually found out that he was actually in the lockup, because nobody knew who he was for all these days. When they eventually find out that, you know, he's in the lockup, after he got to make this video from somebody else that's in the lockup with him phone, that the police might have just turned a blind eye or, you know, to give him a phone call or something. He asked, you know, can I use your phone to make contact with a family member or something?
You're such a nice, can I use your phone? Yeah. 17-year-old delinquent, can I use your phone? It's so nice. The picture of him is painted so nice. Can I use your phone? Unfortunately, I'm here in the lockups today. And my 6th day is a result of accusation made against me, of stolen batteries and so on. So just a minor matter that I'm trying to work out. Can I give a call? Can I get a call with your phone? Such a nice young man. Very mannerly.
Six days, no charges, but then you're telling the family now, oh, we're going to put him on $30,000 bail. $30,000 bail for what? Y'all had this young man 6 days in the lockup when you're not supposed to hold him more than 72 hours. But you see, when you're poor in Guyana.
That is factual. As a result of the laws of Guyana, you're not supposed to have anybody in custody for more than 72 hours. If there's a need in certain cases, you move to the High Court and request an extension of time, at which time you have to prove to the High Court that you need that and was the reason for that because of the investigations that you're carrying out. So that is true. I'm telling you, they're very, if it is a case where this young man was held for 6 days, it is as a result of some direct connection of a police, because the police constantly checking the time of people and they release people. You either got to release them, put them on bail or charge it. But this is not the story. This is a joke. to the explosive thing who coming after, but she set the precedence. The level of deceit to these people is unbecoming. It is like this other story come out. You didn't know that this other story was so important. You can hear the damning allegations that being made. And this is not the important story. Somebody get locked up for 6 days, they ain't got no charge fee.
When you're poor in Guyana, these are the things that has happened to you. When you have no linkage, no political affiliation, you don't know nobody, you're just poor, you ain't got no rights. You ain't got no justice to get. Alright? Let me show you the difference now. So you see this young man.
And again, she has a picture. She's showing the difference. But this now is a photograph taken from somewhere. The commissioner and his son. And where is this? Where should get it from? You gotta check the time. The Smelly Smell show. A something MEDIA A11 Media. Who is this from? Right? You gotta watch your WhatsApp now and see who sent you them. Right? So she's know the gist of the story, what she planned for relay. But when you listen to it, the context now, here what happened. This video is 9 minutes. 2 minutes and 30 seconds in. Right? This video is 9 minutes, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and they buy with the 6. And then commissioner son. Here are these damning allegations being made. But this is not the important topic. This damning allegations is a result of comparison to thief or accused thief that 6 days in the lockup. But you hearing these things, this is supposed to be a story by itself. But if you look at it, you realize it is a deliberate attempt to smear the commissioner of police. What is going on behind the scenes? Somebody in, like, how the commissioner of police treat them, something unfavorable, some kind of inside political infighting, some promotion in work out well, and then Smelly Smell kick in. With your name tagging and pulling. No, I'm not saying. I have no evidence. And Smelly Smell herself is showing that she has no evidence of these things happening. These are allegations and accusations, but they're very damning. And I'm doing a comparative analysis of the story which is already by lack of for 6 days to this.
That's the commissioner of police son. Take a look. So Saturday night, after 3 a.m. in the morning, he was at the Cheers and Beers bar. Took out an
She ain't certain. She used to live at a place like this. Them just live at these fucking places. The Cheers and Cheers. Now, just for you to understand how the deception works, if you want to act like there's an originality to your content, you just the Cheers and Beers, they ain't got much bars like them. And she know exactly the bar, because when she was in Guyana, she used to live out the places like that.
licensed loaded firearm.
Here.
The Cheers and Beers bar. Took out an unlicensed loaded firearm. Shoot up the people bar. Security then had to try, constrain him. Somebody lashing his head. They hold him down, call the police, held him there until the police come to collect him. Police from the Critic police station came, collect him, took him over there. Cuss up the police, cuss up the inspector, cuss up everybody.
Bear in mind, this is a bar. In Guyana, nothing don't miss video, not even the aftermath. This is a bar. Saturday night is session. 3 o'clock in the morning, it's hot. Nobody get a video. Nobody made a post on their Facebook page. Only Smelly Smell know. This is Guyana, y'all know. Somebody might get it first. I might get it first. But when it come, when it raining, it pour. There's the commissioner's son. Only Smelly Smell know. I am glad if somebody could produce something. This will be asking for now. When you look at these people now, they hear the story. We gone from the 6 day, they buy in the lockup. We gone from poor to rich. I don't know how the commissioner's son, the commissioner is the commissioner. I don't know how his son become rich.
He had to get medical attention because I think he injured himself well. I don't know if it's a scuffle or why they were trying to hold him. What happened? Took him to the hospital. Cuss up the doctors. Cuss up the nurse, cause you know what?
Bear in mind, he cuss up the police inspector, he cuss up the police sergeant, he cuss up everybody station, he shoot up this is different location, shoot up a bar. Go to the station, cuss up everybody. Go to the hospital, cuss up everybody. Nothing on record. Nothing on record. An elaborate twist and plot.
His father is the commissioner of police. And his father is affiliated with the PPP, this government. So once you get linkage and connections and these kind of things, nothing.
You understand what's the link? You understand what's the link? PNC people don't do not, even when they're in opposition, don't do nothing wrong, they don't get themselves caught up in nothing. What was the link between Patterson brother who get caught with drugs? What was the link? Did Patterson make arrangements for his brother? The question has to be asked, did Patterson make arrangements for his brother to go through VIP? How did Patterson brother pass through and have drugs? Did he make arrangements for his brother to go through VIP? That's the question has to be asked. If you have no evidence, you can't go blaming Patterson for his brother's actions. You got evidence, all this thing, not a fucking iota evidence. But you're going to hear the intention. The intention is to bring disrepute to the name of the commissioner of police. Ain't got none for do with Richard, ain't got none for do with the commissioner's son do. You going to hear as we go along.
What happened to you in this country is get away with any and everything, as we could clearly see. So when they finished from the hospital, they took him back to Alberton police station because that's the head. And again, no respect for none of the police.
Bear in mind, Smelly Smell could give you a detail that a shooting occurred at a bar. What occurred at the station? What occurred at the hospital? What occurred when he returned back to the station? But nothing of evidentiary value. Now we got a shoot up incident. People run into it. Nobody take on the phone. You piss your shit. Pato the cake, they get catch on camera. This country so serious, everything is get catch on camera. If the aftermath, somebody said the man just shoot up, nothing in get caught. Now bear in mind, they might have caught something, this thing might have happened. But I'm saying, if you bring in and you gonna make damning allegations like this, got something. So she know what happened at the bar. She know what happened when he first go to the police, he caught up the police and thing. People giving her. Nobody recorded anything to go to the photo. She know what happened at the hospital. Nobody recorded anything, did anything. She know what happened, like, one of my sons getting a problem. One of my sons getting a problem. Walking in the bush somewhere. You know, a recording was sent to me of he cussing up and be. I said, not me, son. No association want with that boy. Do what you have to do. The man called me, the man said, Mr. Rodri, Critic, I folly and this by behaving bad. I say, listen to what I'm telling you. He's not a part of the Rodriguez family. Do as you have to do. There was a recording. Nobody recorded a voice note with this by doing anything. No, nothing. But Smelly Smell know of the thing. And you know, when you're going to bring damning allegations like what she trying to make out here, you got to get something, some iota evidence. You people believe you? You understand? This is a deceitful, manipulative, riffraff fucking head, crass, smelly smell.
None of the sergeant, nobody.
Yeah.
Alberton Police Station because that's the head. And again, no respect for none of the police, none of the sergeant, nobody. He walked out of that station on $100,000 bail. He didn't have to turn up to court Monday morning, Tuesday morning. Today's Wednesday, right? You hear nothing but the story. Notice you see nobody carried the story. You see nothing about it on social media, nothing. Because it's the commissioner of police son. And anybody speak out or say anything, it's victimization. I don't even
Now, what victimization? Has anybody ever come and said Clifton Hickins victimized them? Where does this come from? What experience would anybody have had? If you know Clifton Hickins, you could walk into Clifton Hickins' office and everybody is there and he deals and addresses with everybody directly. He don't talk to nobody one-on-one. He has an open door policy. The office is open, you walk in and everybody sit down. As the one talking, the probably the next one come. You can't do no run-ins there by the commissioner. Clifton Hickins I'm talking about. Happy had a different policy, but I have never experienced anything that could bring disrepute to Happy, the former commissioner of police. If there's something that comes up, I will say it. Which body could come and say which police has said that as a result of saying something I was victimized? Where is coming from? She know all these. Where it come from? Because remember, I dying to the media thing, so I listening. I put him ears to the ground for any story that pass. Where does it come from? It's a direct and deliberate, manipulative attempt to bring disrepute to the commissioner of police.
I think the bar owners them could complain or say anything. They can't talk. And that's the difference. When you get rich parents and parents with connections and affiliations with the PP.
This is not rich parents. An accusation is being brought against a young man who his father is the commissioner of police. You don't have to have rich parents. His father expresses a certain level of power. He's the commissioner of police. But the attempt here is to bring not the son. The attempt is to bring disrepute to the commissioner of police. Hi, mommy. Ma?
Yeah, what happening?
Hi, all right. How you doing?
All right, how Paul?
He's okay, ma. We're busy with a lot of work and stuff, but as soon as I get a chance, I'll pass and check you out. Is there anything that you need?
Not the one time. I would have liked like some planting, not them green planting, but not ripe either.
Half-ripe plantains.
If it's big, it can be kind of full. Not really. If it's big, it can be kind of full. A little planting, cassava,
No.
sweet potato.
Not green, not too ripe, but not half-ripe. There's a PNC plant in this confusion.
But once the planting big and full, it don't be as green like the little one.
Okay, ma. And what else you need?
Buy some bananas.
Bananas will
I
do.
can buy some bananas.
All right, ma. Safe for her. There gotta be a PNC planting. Carlos? Let me do it later on. He there on the work site. He walking on the work site. Well, 10:30 hour by ear. Yes, 10:30 hour by ear. We can catch up one. Other way we gotta catch up safe. Yeah. So it's not to say the confusion in this country is limited to y'all and not me family. You know, you hear me, Mother Carl? Not green planting. Not ripe planting. But not halfway planting. Full planting. She must get she planting understanding from the PNC. Yeah, I think. You imagine trying to explain to the market people? Imagine me going with the hairstyle. My mother sent me. I want green plantain. I want ripe plantain. I want half ripe plantain. Scunt boy. People who watch you right and say you're a mad scunt. Yeah, bro.
Hey, the woman saying it's green plantain, but the green plantain got a little yellowish skin. You understand?
Full. No, but there's a half right, boy.
No. It's you trying to confuse the woman, man. The woman knows what she's talking about. It's green plantain with a little yellow skin. And she says she wants cassava and sweet potato. Right? Can you can talk and you forget what she wants. Plantain, cassava, sweet potato.
You mad? You put him in the mirror, cassava, sweet potato.
Sweet potato, you're talking away.
Oh, shit.
You're talking.
Let me catch you back. Let me catch you back right away. Stay.
Good.
He try to put me in it. He's always trying to put me in it. He try to put me more expenses. Me. Ma, you said you want cassava and sweet potato too? With the plantain?
Yeah, plantain, cassava, sweet potato. Just 2 pound each, something like
Oh,
that.
my, sorry, I didn't hear you. Cool. All right. Love you.
Don't let it give you all kind of stale sweet potato. A medium size will be okay.
Okay, ma.
All right.
Cool. Love you.
Love you too.
So let me finish up this thing. Hey, the my here that me here. The honest truth is, it's not more than thing, but I don't tend to hear things that cost me money, you know. If you miss, you know, like when you're drinking rum at the rum shop at them Indian Bano, there's definitely, man, drink something. If you hear this, you fucking business, bye. I could beg somebody for spend money. Yeah, I must be mad. Not me. I start and them advice. You hear? For example, say, Critic is a loud banner. He mouth big. When it comes to drinking and buying, like a bag. Me hear you say, but this is you fucking problem, girl. You hear? You hear what I said? Yes, and next thing you telling me what I said, girl, what I tell you, I asked if you want the bag. No, you want the bag? I done with that. Yes, sir. You better be listening to me keenly when it comes to me spending me money. You better be listening keenly. So the honest truth is, she did say that, but me here, because when it comes to me spending money, I don't really care for it. If I hear, I hear. Yes, sir. But if I ain't here, not me. So let me deal with this deceitful woman. And the plot thickens. Now here laugh, we start with a young black boy. Then the police. This banner, this picture is man watching me at him over my shoulder. I just thinking, just chopping his thinking in my mind. Yeah, sir. How we end up here with this banner over my shoulder watching me all the fucking time. This one Sienna talking about to the back here. Yeah, sir. The man he just watching me skinny teeth. Knowing the kind of shippiness was going through here, I thinking what brassy that the back they're doing. All right. So, the plot thickens.
And when you're poor and you ain't got nobody, you just sit down in the lockup for 6 days.
No. When you're poor, you ain't got nobody. When you're fucking thief, police going to pick up poor people just so and put them in the lockup. When you're thief. When you're accused of theft. Oh, when you're poor. But hear the story. Is it does the game with the plane, pulling for people's heartstrings.
With no charges, because nobody cares. And the police that doing these things to these young people, knowing that it's a violation of the laws of Guyana, knowing that it's a human right violation, is sickening. So sometimes when I come out,
Listen, me you know what I tell you? But that fucking hairline is sickening. Sickening could be used for that hairline. Hear what I telling you, girl? Me you know but not else because I listening to your story. You understand? And it ain't dawned upon me yet. Having to watch this is a traumatic event for me.
Okay, and I know that they don't pay police enough to do the job that they do in Guyana. And I know how they treat some of them. They treat the junior ranks and so. But some of them that is be doing these things deserve the treatment that they get. Now the young man family went and they're telling them, eventually went to see him and they're telling the young man, we might put you on $30,000 bail this afternoon. You might? With the commissioner Sunday, we'll just shoot up a bar. And mind you, this is not the first time that this young man was caught with an unlicensed firearm. The last time the file was sent to the DPP recommended charges, and it was sent back to the police officers, to Ivlery Police Headquarters. Nothing happened. The file disappeared. So this is the second incident with this young man. But he father named Clifton Hickens, the Commissioner of Police. And his name is Clifton Hickens Jr. Right? I don't understand. Why would he be walking around with an unlicensed firearm when your father there allegedly selling?
So, this is where the story starts. This is where the story starts. The story is not a young man out of control with an illegal firearm, something that should not happen. The story is pulling on your heartstrings, black youth, locked up, no rights for poor people. And then this is where the real story starts.
Right? I don't understand. Why would he be walking around with an unlicensed firearm when your father there allegedly selling firearm to the highest bidder? 1.5, 2 million. Depends on how you come with it, allegedly.
Bear in mind, no evidence again. Not this discussion is not about a man saying he paid. This deceitful, deceiving, and conniving woman takes narratives from her financiers to try to stain the Commissioner of Police. Now again, we're talking about the rights of a youth who's said to be locked up and accused of stealing and locked up for 6 days. Not supposed to happen. But then we end up to Commissioner of Police selling guns and here.
Not only that, Robson Ben and his son get their own thing going.
We end up, we gone from the commissioner, we gone straight up. All of these things totally unrelated. But you understand how the manipulation works. Capture you, bring you in, and then lay down things. Not one iota of evidence. Now somebody comes and say, the man takes so much from me for do that. No. Allegedly, where you get it from?
On at the Ministry of Home Affairs. Not only that, Robson Ben and his son get their own thing going on at the Ministry of Home Affairs. Never mind Hickson allegedly coming through the grapevine from the party, trying to take Robson Ben's job. So the people really trying to get rid of Robson Ben to place Hickens as the next Minister of Home Affairs.
Well, here I could tell you, the PPP is not like the PNC. The PPP is not like the PNC. The PNC ones took a highly unprofessional, unethical Commissioner of Police, Winston Felix, and put him into becoming a minister in the Ministry of Home Affairs.
This is why Higgins said throw back, relax. That is why they extended his contract, because he's supposed to be out of the police force, because they're trying to extend it for this next election, and then, you know, the promising Minister of Home Affairs.
So we got this little by thing, but it coming into why commissioner there. Now the commissioner's son being afforded an unfair advantage over poor man's son. Y'all following the gist? The whole intention here was to bring disrepute to the commissioner of police name. But it start as rich man, poor man's son. Because the commissioner of police son with a gun, land license. This is serious allegation. But this is not the important thing. The commissioner of police might turn, ropes and bend, might get knocked out by the PPP, and you understand how the story changed? Bear in mind, the story is about a boy get locked up for 6 days, which is supposed to be 72 hours. But he part of the story is only 2 minutes, 30 seconds. And the other minutes to make up 9 minutes is about Clifton Hickens, his son, and the intention, the program we go in. But these fucking people so retarded, they don't know. Remember, there's me skill for see malicious, for identify, dissect stories and make sense out of it for the layman. Because what is in it for her? Well, you gotta ask yourself, is nothing is in it for her. Obviously, her intent is not to talk for the right of the boy. If we go on to gun selling and politics and election coming again, if we go on to all of that, obviously the intent is not the little boy. But we have to ask, what is in it for Smelly Smell? Like if I talk about something, I am the leading person who dissects, analyze information and explain it to the people. What is in it for Smelly Smell, who is in America? What benefits does she have? What gains does she have? And if somebody give her information to disseminate, what is their intention? Because remember, it's 2 stories she got. Luckily, the boy they only lock up 6 days simultaneously, side by side, coming with the commissioner's son issue, but she didn't come with one or the other or put it as 2 stories. She pull your heartstrings, bring you in, and then start going into politics and everything else. You gotta ask, who? When disrepute is brought to the commissioner of police name, who does that benefit? Now, wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong. And the accusations have to be, in light of the fact that it's the commissioner, I go in myself and find out if the boy was locked up for 6 days, and I go in myself and find out about the commissioner's son. You understand? I go myself, because you can't expect the police to do it, because the man is the commissioner of police. I will go myself and do that, and report back to you. Right? But, what benefit is there? If I was reporting the story, this happened, commissioner of police do this happened. Harry Paul tell me like how I do it. Yesterday the lady with the son and said she could attack, Alex call and attack the man yesterday the man with the cow story, he call and attack. I got the people. Nobody know your voice, nobody know your name, you could call and attack. Because it's truth. Just one iota of evidence we want from Smelly Smell as it relates to all these things which she's talking about.
Well, I don't know what to do with Robson Ben. Robson Ben will now they might throw you out. Really got useless for he. So I don't know. And not only that, you know, you get your own runnings going on that, you know, he and his son.
No, it's not only Hickens getting rid of Robson Ben. They're trying to put spikes in the works. And I'm telling you something. In light of the fact, the recent episodes I've had with some people and their modus operandi, how they operate, I could fairly say I know where this is coming from. Because them is some people, if they don't get what they want, what their money and power could buy, they start getting seriously agitated. And they will throw a wrench in your works. If they don't get what they want, you got to ask yourself, who else does finance this? Who has financed this woman? And to whose benefit this conversation is. Now, hear what I say. These are serious allegations that need to be looked at. If you got evidence, you put it out there. And if her intention was not just to bring disrepute to the commissioner's name, tell me in this story, what's the other intention? Is it to bring rights for the buy? Well, the story is 3/4 about the commissioner, police, and ropes and Ben, and quarter about the buy. So it's not about the buy's rights. Then, what benefit is her? Did the police commissioner do or anything? Did ropes and Ben her do or anything? When you're getting into the political realm, did she promise something by the PNC? Is this an attempt to have track? No. Somebody behind the scenes dissatisfied with what's going on with them, and then you get all these kind of stories. Listen to
Well, I don't know what to do with Robson Ben. Robson Ben will now they might throw you out. Really got uses for he. So I don't know. And not only that, you get your own run-ins going on at, he and his son get on run-ins. You gotta go to his son, who happens to get a consultancy to stamp your papers if you want work and live and stay in the country. Gotta pass the money. If you get business and you want, they get their own. They get their own.
No, but explain to me in detail now what the run-ins is about and how they run. No. Yeah, you get it. Somebody gives you a sentence, you run with it. Bring disrepute. Because just now you're going to hear something about the commissioner moved, the commissioner said, they just want to plant something in somebody's mind. No, I'm saying these allegations are damning. Let's deal with them head on. What's all this fucking meche? They're running, the one run-ins, and the commissioner's son, and what the commissioner doing, and what Ropes and Ben doing, and what his son doing a consult, all of this thing, all the time. So you got all this information yesterday and run with this story? You have social media, you could come on anytime. Can't we bring the stories with the evidence and present this and this? Let this be looked at. Let me say, she's dealing with it from an influencer perspective. No. She's a social media hit woman. You understand?
The one corruption allegedly going on at the Ministry of Home Affairs. So I don't understand why Hickinson will be walking around here with an unlicensed firearm, shooting up people's bar with other patrons inside. But this is the Guyana that we're living in now. And that's the difference between the rich and the poor. No justice for the poor. The rich is not held accountable. And they have respect for nobody. Because you could cuss up the police inspector, cuss up the police, cuss up the nurses, cuss up the doctor, walk out to the station on $100,000 bail. Nobody hear nothing but the story, no charges recommended, nothing. And this is his second offense. The second time he walking around here with an unlicensed firearm.
Jesus Christ. Now she got all this thing coming. Really want to help people and see change in Guyana. Got all this the second time. Now Smelly Smell know it. Bear in mind. Smelly Smell gave the current events as a shooting up happened at the bar. Then he went to the station, cuss up all the people in the station, go and cuss up all the people in the hospital, then go back to the station, cuss up the people again, then go on bail. Nobody see nothing, hear nothing, not a mistake by a video in a country. Every fucking thing is recorded. Man fighting man for his wife recorded. Everything, funeral recorded. People are dancing, thing. Man run man with cutlass and minibus on the road is recorded. Every fucking thing is recorded. Not one iota of evidence, not one direction. Just come as a hit woman for bring disrepute to people's name. Now, bear in mind, these are serious allegations. I would have waited, since I got it, I would have waited for something to put out there. The question has to be asked, with this video that Smelly Smell done, It doesn't benefit her as an influencer. She have no police connections, need to get nothing from the police, doesn't need a license firearm. She's in America now as a refugee. Got no dispute with the police. Who does this benefit? Is there somebody in the hierarchy of the Guyana police force that dissatisfy and want to bring disrepute to the commissioner of police name? Are there wealthy people that ain't getting what they want, dissatisfied, and using her like she is constantly being used? Because it is a matter of fact that she's financed by certain people. This is a matter of fact. I know it's been said, we have all the evidence. Because the people, whether they operate directly or through surrogates, I have been reliably informed that like show people that this is what they do, this is the connection to show the power. It's not uncommon. Because of the delicate nature of the situation, the people don't want to give me the information because they know me when I fucking is a wild card. I talking out. All how instability. These people's objective is to create instability. They think they could be a power outside of the powers that be. Manipulate judicial system, manipulate police system, manipulate things. Because obviously they can't fuck around politics no more. The powers that be done with that. They can't call nobody in government and say this, that. That can't happen. They're done. They're outcasts. No. No. I will go to East Penitence. I will ask them about the buy for 6 days. If the buy was there for 6 days, that's wrong. I can talk about it. And I'll find out about all these things and I'll bring back where visit to you. Simple. Evidence. Right? If somebody holds somebody for 6 days, I will speak to the commissioner of police and have somebody charged. You could charge a police for that. They got to face the brunt of the lie. I can't hold people. 72 hours is time for hold people. If not, they could show me the records. I will make a record of that. I will present it to you. If they hold the buy for 6 days, I need to see a report of a police being charged. And there's internal charges in the Guyana police force. Where some of your pay and so get cut. Who is the sergeant of the station is responsible for that? The sergeant of the station is responsible for the prisoners' movements. You understand? Detainees' movements and the time periods to which they are kept in custody. If it is a case like that, I will go today myself and look at it. And everything else. If it is not, me even moving on to the rest if she lie by the by. But all of these have to be looked at. It's just you gotta ask yourself, what's your motive and who sent you? That's the question I ask you. What's Smelly Smell motive and who sent you? Unless you take some of the money where they should get in for do all these things and do something about the fucking hairline. Peace out.